Okay, so we're going to go through loops. We have two different loops that we're going to talk about today, and that's the while loop and the for loop. So I'm in Wing. You can use whatever editor you want, but we're going to create a new program, and we're going to actually kind of write a program today to show you how the loops work. But just create a comment. This is for while and for loops. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a program. We're going to have a list of fruits. So we're going to have fruit names in this list. And we are going to create a program that says while the user wants to keep going, or for each item in the list, we're going to print the name of the fruit. So it'll print everything that's in the list. So we're just going to create a variable, keep going. And right now this is just going to be a Y for yes. And then we're going to say while keep going. Equals equals. So the two equal signs is how you compare variables. One equals sign is to create a variable. Two is to compare them. So while keep going is either yes or keep going equals yes. In case they type it out completely, we're going to do this. So if you notice, the lines underneath the loops are tabbed over. The recommendation for that is to use 4 spaces, or you can use a tab. Right now I have it set up on tabs just because it's quicker. Yeah, so let's get going on this. So up here, we're going to create another variable for names of fruit, and that's going to equal a list. And we're going to put in just a few variables like apple, banana, orange, and watermelon. We're just going to leave it at this. You can add more if you want. We're going to say, so while we're going to run this program for fruit. So right here we're creating a variable right here. So fruit right here is going to be a variable in names fruit. So the way for loops work is we have a list or a range right here, and for each x, we can just say x right here. In that, we can do something with x. So for each item, so in this case, the first time the for loop runs is going to fruit is equal to apple. The second time the for loop runs, fruit equals banana, and we'll see this. So we're just going to print fruit. We're going to print whatever item it selects. Now, if we just run it like this loop is going to go forever and it will never stop because we're not ever changing the value of keep going. So what we're going to do is we're going to say keep going equals input. So this is asking the user for something. Would you like to keep going? I always like to use new lines on inputs. It just keeps it cleaner. So instead of the user responding right at the end of this question mark, they're going to respond on a new line. And so keep going equals input. Would you like to keep going? Why? Let's see. Yes. No. And then we're also going to take this. We're going to say keep going equals keep going dot lower. So what we're going to do here is we're going to lowercase what the user puts in. So if they type in yes with a capital Y, this will lowercase it. So we don't have to have keep going equals Y, or keep going equals yes, or keep going equals uppercase Y, or keep going equals yes with an uppercase Y, or keep going equals yes all capitalized. We can just say it's either Y or yes. We're going to lowercase the user's input. So let's run this really quick. We're going to save it under documents. And if you don't have a file system created, go watch my video on file system organization. It kind of keeps your programs organized. So this is under vids. This is going to be loops, and we're going to run it. It's being weird. Okay, so for each item in this, fruit equals that item, and it's going to print out that item. So right here we see apple, banana, orange, watermelon. So it's going to print out each one separately. And then would you like to keep going? Let's say yes. It does it again. yes, with all caps, does it again. Yes. Type anything else, N, done. Program stops. You can see it's no longer running. If we run it again, we can type something super random in there too. We can just, if it's not Y or yes, it's just not going to run it. Boom, done. Okay, so that's kind of a very basic case for a loop. And we'll do some more complicated things later. I'm going to have a video on if-else or if-else statements, and then we'll create a video for rock, paper, scissors, and I guess the number game later on. So those are coming as well. But this will get you started on while loops and for loops. While loops, if is basically saying if this is true, so while true, while these are true, run. If either of these are false, it's going to stop running this loop and it'll end the program. We can even add down here print program, oops, quotes, program finished. And so it'll run this program. As soon as we say anything other than yes, it'll break the loop and it'll go on to whatever's next. Let's run it once. Okay, it ran again. Let's not run it. Program finished, done. So there you go. That's all you have for loops in this tutorial.